Now, another example from page 14, question 14, page 145, example of quadratic equation problems. Baker making cakes finds the profit per hour, p euros, is given by p equals 20x minus x squared, where x is the number of cakes made per hour. Find the number of cakes baked when the company makes 0 euros per hour profit. So 0 must be equal to 20x minus x squared. So we'll factorise this 20x minus x squared, gives us x and 20 minus x by finding the highest common factor of this term and that term as x and dividing both of those, writing x and dividing both terms by x gives us x 20 minus x. So x is equal to 0, or 20 minus x is equal to 0, let them equal 0, so x is equal to 20. So either of these yields a profit of 0% if they make no cakes or 20 cakes. Okay. And what about then if we look at, the second question is if they make, how many cakes do they need to make if they're going to make 80 euros per hour profit? 84 equals that. Bring over your minus 84. Now this kind of looks a bit all over the place, this equation, so let's clean it up. Let's just multiply all the terms by minus 1. We can do that in maths. And we'll end up 0 by minus 1 is 0, minus x squared by minus 1 is x, minus 20 by minus 1 is minus 20x, and minus 84 by minus 1 is plus 84. We can find the factors of that nice and handy. They are x plus 4 and x minus 6. So x minus 14, my mistake, x minus 14, x minus 6. So x minus 14 equals 0, x equals 14, x minus 6 equals 0, x equals to 6. So either of these number of cakes will produce a profit of 84 euros per hour. Now, how do we find, or form, a quadratic equation if we've given its roots? So we'll do by example. Form the quadratic equation with roots minus 4 and 5. So all you do is take the first one, you say x equals minus 4, therefore x plus 4 equals 0. You take the other one, x equals 5, therefore you bring the 5 over, x minus 5 equals 0. So x plus 4 and x plus 5 are the factors, multiply them together and you'll get the equation. So x squared minus x minus 20 equals 0 is the equation born out of those roots. The second example then, form an equation, or form the equation roots minus 2 and a half. So no worries here, x equals minus 2, bring it over, x plus 2 equals 0, so one factor. X equals a half. Now we can just cross multiply and say 2x is equal to 1, and then we can bring that over and say 2x minus 1 equals 0. So there's our two factors, this and that, multiply them together and you get this equation here. But you might be worried and think, well, the last time he took one from the other. So let's try it this way. X equals minus 2, x plus 2 equals 0. X equals a half, so we can bring the half over. X minus a half equals 0. But it's a bit untidy, so we can multiply all the terms in the equation on all sides of the equation by 2 to kind of lose that half. So 2 by 1 is 2x, 2 by a half is minus 1, 2 by minus half is minus 1, 2 by 0 is 0. So there's our factor again, which we were at originally. Okay, we had it up here. Okay, and then finally, just to say to you that if you were given a graph and you were told where it cuts the axis at minus 2 and at x equals 1, then x equals minus 2, x minus 2 equals 0, and for this one, cuts the axis at x equals 1, so that means x minus 1 equals 0. So they are the factors. If you multiply that by that, you'll get the equation.